Welcome back to Before I Call My Therapist. I'm sitting here with Julian and Joe, and we are here doing an event at Post Houston. Guys, check them out. We're hanging out. They're here to talk on the show about what they've been up to and kind of where they're going with things. And I'll let them take the mic. So what's going on, Julian?
Yeah. So today we just arrived at Houston, which is the last stop of this kind of little mini Texas tour we've been doing. The original goal of the trip was for Joe and I to go to the big battery factory to check out some new batteries they're working on that we're going to implement in the Mark V plastic to fuel reactor that'll be on a trailer. And then we're kind of just like, hey, we're both in the same spot at the same time. Let's go see Parker. He's in Jacksonville. Dr. Parkenstein is
What's
the
up,
guy
Parkenstein?
who built a magnifying transmitter, Nikola Tesla's technology. He transmitted electricity from here to Chicago. And we're like, let's meet him. And then we're like, hold on. Let's meet some people. Like, let's give people the opportunity to meet all three of us.
Right,
Dallas,
exactly.
let's do it. Do an event there. And like, come on. We can't exclude Austin and Houston. So then, boom. Just kind of all ended up flowing together. And you know, Joe flew in from Costa Rica, is back in the country. Good to see him again.
Yeah, thanks for coming in, man. We appreciate it.
The only reason I came back is because of my homie Julie.
There you go. Yeah, you're super supportive of him, like outwardly. You know what I mean? You definitely
And
have been there
I'll say
from
it
the
openly.
jump.
Julian, please confirm. I am not here to steal your clout.
No,
I'm here
yeah,
to
come
help
on now.
you.
Yeah.
And Joe has been nothing but a help.
Yeah,
Nothing but a
definitely
help.
his own entity. So that battery company is who y'all used the first time? Is that the same company or is that a different company?
All right, you want me to... The first company shall not be named.
Gotcha.
But we did go through a first build on the solar array, and it did not work properly because it was mislabeled or it was reused cells. It performed for a little while, but not under pressure.
Okay.
A lot of things. You know, the difference between a diamond and a cubic zirconium is not apparent until you apply pressure to it. And the solar was the same way. And I tell you, man, it was hell.
Did y'all have any like mishaps, like setting it all up that let you know?
Tell them what happened the first one.
Okay, so the first battery system we got was from a company that is no longer even here, but it was.
Can I say company?
Yeah, a company that was very bad, very poor customer service, just bad business in general, and a lot of false advertising. So, for example, it was supposed to be a 100 kilowatt hour battery system, which basically is enough power to run 3 houses for a day. But when we finally got the machine up and running, got it charging properly with the solar panels, that thing would run the machine for only a third of the battery. So it's supposed to be able to run 3 houses in a day, it can only run 1.
I know how that is. I have an electric car, and my range is supposed to be 100 miles, but it just slowly just dwindles down to 80 to 70, and now it's hovering around 70, so they will lose their power
But
for
the
sure.
thing came new like that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
gotcha.
And so that's the issue.
Because
they used reused battery cells from electric cars that were already depleted.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
And it's a fire hazard, too.
Yeah.
And I remember when I got the call, I was in Costa Rica. And you told me that it wasn't doing right, something was right, something wasn't going right with it. And then I came to the grips with the fact that we had to somehow put 100 kW in a trailer or some other installation and make it work, which, you know, I'm a pretty good electrician, but that's a big ask.
Yeah.
According to
like
our
a grid.
research,
Yeah.
has anybody ever done that before?
That's a
so-
lot of power, too. That's like quite a
Jab-
substantial amount of power.
Julian's machine is so important because of the way he's doing it. It's not what he's doing, it's how he's doing it.
Okay.
And we did the same thing with the solar. You know, that's a lot of juice to put into a trailer. In fact, according to the 2025 code, you cannot have more than 60 kW of storage in your house per the government.
Wow, so you're talking about 2 houses worth of power and, you know,
So
essentially.
to put that in perspective, it's 100,000 watts of stored energy.
Wow.
A standard fridge uses about 100 watts an hour.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's a big machine,
But
guys.
the
That's a big,
ampacity, too.
yeah.
The biggest thing with solar is not the storage, it's the ampacity. And his machine pulls 14 kW at 240 volts. All right. So if you do the math there, hold on. Oh, math. Hold on, 240, 14 kW. So we're right around what? Hold on.
He's self-taught in high school, so his math is...
No, yeah. Hey, I'm right there with you, dude. Yeah.
It's pulling, it's pulling around 14K. So it's pulling around what?
Oh, I know how many amps it is.
How many
It's 47. I could have
So
just
I was
said
about to say
that.
it's pulling 50.
Yeah.
It's pulling around 50 amps continuously.
Yeah.
But then there's auxiliary machines that kick in, and most solar generators are only going to put out about 50. You're playing with it right there at the max.
Yeah.
But then it takes such a long continuous load, we had to have a lot of storage.
Yep.
We actually had to take 2 inverters and wire them in parallel.
Okay.
Thank God Big Battery has badass equipment that will wire an AC output parallel.
Yeah.
Hadn't seen it before. And that was the way we were able to do it. And also the solar capability, that little trailer will produce 144 kW a day.
Wow.
That's enough to power 3 homes a day.
Wow.
And how many, and if we did that, when we were looking at that, just with that battery bank and output, even with a different inverter that we're going to switch to, you could really build 2 systems and power 3 machines continuously and ideally.
If you have enough
Right,
solar panels,
yeah.
yep.
With the solar panels,
Yeah.
because it's a lot.
Yeah, you need
I
a
know
lot.
it's possible to run multiple machines like that because they have them in Lamu. The company that we're working with loosely called Flip Floppy, they have a facility that they do this as well. And I think they have multiple machines at that facility. So it's definitely been done. And there's definitely people that are like shooting to do this on a big scale or whatever.
Yep.
I thought that was very interesting. That's super cool. So you...
And I have one other
No,
thing.
go ahead. Yeah.
In Julian's never ceasing quest to save planet Earth, the man used reused solar panels.
Right.
And we had to take apart micro inverters and test every single panel.
Yeah.
And make a makeshift solar rack out of treated lumber in 2-foot high grass while being bit with ants
And
in the
beat by
Alabama
the sun.
And
Yeah,
some freaking
yeah.
ground spiders.
And
Yeah.
it was, dude. You remember when I got that last one hooked together? I went and laid down.
Hey,
Yeah.
and look, this is a guy. This is a guy who was around my same age. Literally ran from the cops through.
He has prior experience in field running, so you know.
Bro, running, building.
He's been
Yeah,
through some
yeah.
rough shit, but that was some shit, wasn't it?
Dude, nobody else. I'm glad that you're here because in my life I've said nobody else knows. Nobody else has any idea
Yeah.
the insanity and intensity of my past.
I worked construction
Well,
for
you do.
20 years, brother, so I already know. I feel I did demo and all kind of crazy hard stuff that people probably wouldn't believe. Yeah, if you kind of like take them through it, they're like, "What are you talking about?"
Well, with Julian and myself, we operate at a different intensity.
Right.
And I qualify it like this. If all of us took off and started running right now and ran for 8 hours, we'd be in different places.
Right.
And whoever can run at a certain intensity over a duration will be in the lead. And man, like I said, Jab is one of the most intense people I've worked with. He'll bark orders like a dog. He'd be over there, Joe, get this going. Joe, you mean you get that? No, Jab, I'm doing the last thing you told me to do. Hurry up, goddammit.
I say he's a determined guy, man. I mean, for sure. He had himself out there before anybody came along,
And
so
blew
it's like, you know,
himself up. That's what made me
and then
really
did
stick
it,
with
and then
Jab.
didn't quit. That's the
Because
thing.
on social media, both of us have a million people calling us grifters and fakes. And, you know, people told me, hey, you should work with Julian. And then other people sent me messages say, he's a fake, he's a scammer, he's just trying to get money out of people. And I saw
Immediately,
that.
whenever I started working with Jab, the first comments that came was from the haters and people that were against him. And they were calling me and giving me their life story. I'm this, I did this, I was here, and this is why. And I'm like, you guys have too much time on your hands, man. Like, just too much
Because if you were
time.
spending all that time that you're doing trying to convince everybody, if you were actually building something,
You might have something
world-
proactive
Yeah.
done, that's good and better for the
Yeah,
world.
haters gonna hate and ainers gonna hate. And some people gonna do both.
Exactly, exactly.
And we know all of those.
No, yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Or whoever, I don't even know. Edit his name out. You know what I mean? But God, dog, I hate them too.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part, isn't it? Not chumping them off.
yeah, because it's all an energy and an attention game. And at the end of the day, I think things are a lot more spiritual than they are even physical. And if
Yeah.
something can take you off of your spiritual grounding and pedestal,
Yeah.
that's the win. It's not about ego. Like, hey, let me outsmart this dude. Let me roast this dude. No, it's if he's able to distract you within and make you feel inferior within, he's already won, even if he doesn't know it, because it's a spiritual thing to it.
Yeah. No doubt. And I think the more you try to do good, the more bad comes
It's
for
just
you.
the
You can
duality of this universe.
You just spark it up, and then
Hey.
it comes for you.
A
But if
magnet
you're
don't look for metal.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, what? If you have a room that's super cold, the heat tries to bust in. If you have a room that's super hot, the cold tries to bust in.
There is no cold. It's just the absence of heat. Therefore, the vacuum of emptiness is always yearning for the charged energy.
But what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns. But there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
What?
Say what again?
It's like osmosis. Water goes where it's dry. If you're doing something great, you're going to have those that ain't.
Do you plan on implementing any of the technology that he has in Costa Rica? Like, is that something you're gonna?
That whenever Jab wants to build a machine on my property, no problem.
That'd be so cool to see, just to kind of see it over there working.
What I'm doing with, what I want to do in Costa Rica is bring in a ton of people, and I don't want to take their ideas at all. I want Julian to build a machine there. Why? He now has a place that will generate residual income every time somebody comes to have an idea implanted in their mind.
Yeah.
Why? You can build a machine here for education, and every time somebody buys this experience, you get paid.
Exactly.
I'm blending business.
Yeah.
Why? Because I understand the world.
Well, yeah.
My head's firmly up in the clouds, and my feet are firmly on planet Earth.
That's right.
And so, you know, they're like Parker and a number of other things. And really, I think that taking the technology to more environmentally protective countries will be better received and a lot easier.
Yeah.
They will want to protect you instead of intimidate you.
Yeah.
And I just tell you, I'm down with whatever Jab wants to do. If he wants to build 10 of them here, if he wants to build one there, and you know, I think it'd be great just as a community project, especially to have one there. And then I'll buy plastic from Costa Rican school children.
Right.
Why? Because I want them addicted to picking up trash out of the river at age 5.
Yeah.
And seeing it turn into gas.
Yep.
Dude, you talk about starting a movement.
No, that's something. Yeah, that's something else, man.
Yep.
If you can catch them young and give them something, make it cool, you know. And I think that's where he comes in. I think, you know, regardless of the technology or whatever you think about it, Julian's involvement in it and his main involvement in it is popularization. He's popularized and made something so important to people that maybe not would have just gone right past those people. You know, you've hit them, you've met them where they are, which is social media.
Yep.
You know, this kind of information, I know even me and you have talked that, like, it's hard to get certain people to even collaborate because they don't even quite understand what's going on. You know what I mean? So it's like, we're in that age. So for you to take something extremely intelligent and place it somewhere where the intelligence isn't flying around, you know what I mean, is really cool. And I think you've woke people up in that way to where they're, you know, they're gonna see this and go, you know, what can I do? Some little kid's gonna have a variation on what you're doing and come out with some brand new technology.
Right.
You know?
You know, there's different ways you can do everything, and I like to see myself as a social media producer, not a consumer.
Right.
Because social media was designed for you to just, you know, be a consumer, advertise, buy things, sit there all day on your phone.
Yeah,
they
to
have a
waste your
headache,
time.
Buy
They-
this pill to
yeah.
take because you have a headache from being on your phone all day. Now buy these glasses.
Yep.
To, you know, it's just this infinite consumeristic thing. And then the content that you're consuming on social media is degenerate content.
Yeah.
Where it's not helping you learn anything. It's
No.
making you addicted to
They
things.
want
It's making you whatever.
right back in their little system loop where you're
And
going
I
back to
see
prison.
people-
Yeah.
I see people like us as people who are breaking that system because it was designed to keep you within the confounds of this consumeristic and degenerate system, but we're actually using it to push things that
It's
are
a tool
proper.
for good.
We're actually
Yeah.
using it to push things to tell people, get off of social media
That's right.
and go build
Go
some
build
stuff.
something, yeah. Go sweat in some welding
Yeah.
and exactly.
No weapon formed against me shall prosper.
Yep.
All things work together for good to those who love the Lord. There's
Yeah.
a lot of things out there. And, hey, man, and I'll tell you, social media, I'm a cancer. Do you know what that means? If you let me in, I will multiply until I own you.
Good.
All right?
Yeah. And good. Yeah, exactly.
And Jab, and he said it in there. They thought they were throwing him off his game, and they tripled his followers.
Yeah, yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly.
When I disappeared, when I had that crazy hacking, they wanted me to quit. It was really stressful, but it literally made me go from 1 million followers to 3 million.
Yeah, and I'll say, like I said in there, that happened. I can speak, you know, openly on that. I was talking to you on the phone. I did hear the helicopter in the background. That happened for people that are like, oh, he chopped up the video, or people think that you weren't under some sort of threat. People think that it's a sham or that you were trying to get more attention. No, you were genuinely concerned. I was genuinely concerned. Me, even at one point, I think Joe sent me a message back. He was like, everything's okay. He's alive. He's going to be all right. Because we were all really, really genuinely concerned. You're close friends and family and people that have just met you, like me, even, that are just like, you know, in passing or whatever. But we still were, I think you had the whole world was like, is he going to be all right? You know? And can you speak a little bit about what you did in that moment? Did you, like, without revealing, of course, where you went or whatever, but did you?
I'll tell you exactly what I was doing in that
moment. Were you
moment.
with your family or who did you?
I was working on the machine.
Is that what you did?
Because you know what
Yeah.
they wanted? They wanted me to quit.
They wanted you to run.
I was literally working on the machine with my, now I will say I was out there with my family members with many guns.
Right. Good stuff
They
though.
licked the
Yeah.
address. We
Good
had
stuff,
many
though.
weapons.
Yeah.
We were in Alabama, so we
Yeah.
had ARs, we had about everything ready.
Yeah.
All right, but,
Yeah.
and we're all hunters, so
Yeah.
we were playing around, but I was out there working because it's like, you're not gonna stop me. I don't care what
Right.
you think. It's all psychological.
Yeah, for
The
sure.
only person that can really stop me is me, because I convinced myself that there's this force more powerful than me that can hurt me. But no, because that's how I set things up. I set things up in a way to where the power is within the people.
Yeah.
The ideas out there, ideas are bulletproof.
Right,
They
right.
want me to truly, because here's the thing, they would rather me quit than to just outright kill me. Because if I quit, that's telling everybody that was inspired, this, you give up.
Yeah, it
Don't- you know,
reaches-
you're working-
it reaches
work
a
hard,
point,
but if
exactly.
But if they were to just, for example, just kill me, then that lets everybody know, ooh, keep going.
Yeah.
Because guess what? And now let's carry on this.
Mm-hmm.
Just for the legacy of what was being built. We're not going to let this just die.
Yeah.
So it's much easier and a much stronger example or message for them to put out to just get me to quit. Because I'm upholding this image of never give up, keep going, don't be in fear. And if I were to quit because I'm in a tough situation, hey, actions speak louder than words. That undoes everything I've ever said.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know, I think your greatest legacy respectfully is not just plastic fuel. It's showing the world that there are solutions to what you think are unsolvable problems.
Right.
Yes.
Because if
The
a
opening of the
problem
mind.
exists,
A
it must
solution.
have a solution.
That's
or
right.
else it
Yeah.
would just be.
Yeah.
And golly, dude. You know, the plastic thing has bothered me forever. I've tried to recycle it, not buy it, but it doesn't matter. They're making it willy-nilly all over the place, and once it's here to stay, right? Not anymore. That right there, dude.
Yeah.
That's just so good, and especially with the engineering students. Man, if you can infect a school of
Dude, I'm excited for
engineering
that.
students-
I'm really excited for that. I saw y'all over there at Texas A&M. I've gone to.
Hold on, I have
their-
to say. because
No, go ahead,
it's
yeah.
East Texas A&M.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
I don't wanna-
Okay. East Texas A&M for sure, but they're awesome school, man. I mean, they really produce some cool people. My old boss was a architect from that school, and you know we work on $20 million houses, so it's really cool
What you
to see
think of
what that
Dr.
school
Burcham, too,
produces.
just as a person, his energy, his vibe?
I liked him because you know what, his he was a director.
Yeah, how'd y'all end up over there?
Through Big Battery. So
Okay.
Big Battery, Marshall of Big Battery and Eric, they have worked directly with the students of East Texas A&M to help with research and development of some of their things.
So
and
they're-
they put us
okay.
onto them because they were like, hey, you know, we need help with those type of things. And
Hello?
students are the perfect
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
The funny thing is a lot of the students already recognized us, but the director over there, really cool guy, and I could tell that he wanted to make it work.
Yeah.
He could see the vision, and he could see, like, this is not for profit. This
Right.
is for the greater good. And then we want to involve young minds. We want to infect their minds with that same mindset and awareness, especially because they're skilled. They're not just hobos like us. They're self-taught. You know, they're actually taught the right way. And I'm like, let's do
I'm
it.
one
and
of
it's
you
the most
guys, so
ironic
be
thing ever.
be
Because
easy on
neither
us.
of us
I'm
went
not-
to college, and now we're going to college.
I have no college either, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah,
we didn't
you
go to
know.
college yet. We're going to be directing 4 different groups of engineering students.
No, exactly.
And I'm all for it.
Hey, message right here. Message right here.
I'll
You
tell
cannot
you.
go to college and literally go to a college with some knowledge, and you come out that thing leading everybody. So you know, there's a definite message in that.
Well, and I have to plug the owners of Big Battery because Marshall and Eric aren't just normal guys.
Right.
Eric holds the Guinness record for driving an EV further than anybody on a single charge.
No way.
They built it himself and out of recycled batteries. And he spent 2 years cleaning up the ghost children of Ghana and
Wow.
almost died from the health effects.
Wow.
They had a life expectancy of 11 and no parents. He went there. That's the kind of man Eric Lundgren is. And Marshall Niepert was a NASA aerospace engineer, but not a normal one. He was the one who fixed the fatal flaw in the Explorer space station when it malfunctioned.
That's awesome.
Those are the guys cooking up the solar products to make his machine possible.
That's awesome.
Which I'll be honest, I can install pretty well. I'm not a great battery designer.
Yeah, no, I got
And
you. Yeah,
I just wanted to say those brains
had
and
involvement.
They had
Yeah,
supported Julian
exactly.
a whole lot, man, and just their whole vibe and their energy. And Marshall was the connection to East Texas A&M. He made the introduction and hooked it up.
Okay.
And so you see, there's a whole web of people finally surrounding us, trying to get this thing done. And that right there, I think, if it's studied in an academic light by a single source that's credible and vetted, what else can they say?
Exactly. Yeah, that'll kill the naysayers for sure.
And but they'll still talk. That's
Yeah.
okay, because we prove we do action.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Because there was a time, and this is funny to everybody now, but there was a time where the naysayers were saying my fuel would never work in engines, and it would blow up any engine and damage it permanently.
I know.
And now the engines
it runs
run
even better. Yeah, exactly.
And now that's
runs
not even
even
a thing
better.
they say anymore. They're on to the next.
Exactly.
And I can say it. I've seen the trash go in and the gas droplets form on the sight glass and it fall in there, and it was a spiritual orgasm.
Yeah.
To actually see
From sunlight to gas.
Julian
Boom. Exactly.
dressed up like a mad scientist
Yeah.
go over there and command the elements, bro. It's like this shit was a
The
Walmart
van with the jet engine was fucking epic, man. I was like, oh, this is perfect.
And
It's
it's a
perfect.
23-year-old kid out here inspiring the world.
Yep.
What?
22.
Hey, 22?
You always say 23.
He did it
I'm
earlier.
22.
He did it
You're
earlier
aging
too,
me, man.
Yeah, I always think they're older than they are.
Yeah, it's all good. It's so funny. That age thing, or the knowledge thing, trickles down throughout the ages eventually to the point where it reaches you. Because my grandfather was in the Mercury missions with John Glenn. So I don't claim to have that type of knowledge, but some remnants of what he had trickled down through the gene pool, so.
My mother told me when they were kids they'd break thermometers and play with them until the red stick
That Mercury, yeah.
Now, that was
their Mercury mission.
Think about that for a minute.
Hey, man, I come from those kind of parents too, man, so. But, dude, y'all are on a mission to obviously change the world. Obviously, together, you guys are stronger and stronger as y'all, utilize this social media and post and are able to, draw so many eyes and so much attention to these topics. It's really kind of incredible that y'all have risk it to this point. Like you said, it is a risk. Y'all are showing up in public places. Y'all are telling people where you're going to be. Y'all are not hiding from anyone, and y'all are standing here with this message that's really, it flies in the face of all these, oil companies and all these really big businesses, and we all know how shady they can be and how ridiculous they can be. So it's really brave of you two to bear the brunt of just doing this fearlessly and leading the charge. Because it's making echoes all the way out to, like I said, I work with a company in Kenya that really wants to work with Jillian now too. So it's all the way, it's global. It's a global impact, and it's going to help so many people, I think, long after we're all gone. And I think that it's a beautiful thing to even be able to showcase this, even for this moment, is meaningful, And I think the questions they just asked in that room over there were meaningful. I think people are actually starting to catch on, and it's less drag in the wrong direction and more, fascination, which is what I wanted to see, because he's dealt with so much hate and so many haters that finally people are catching on that this. And when I saw A&M chime in, I was like, yes. So
let me say one thing. Any government agents watching, if you kill us right now, there would still be approximately 12,000 videos of us living on in the digital world, and all you would do is make an entire planet study them to figure out why you killed us.
Yep.
And what would they find if they went in a deep dive
Some
on our
truth.
videos?
Yeah.
Maybe somebody got my iCloud. Maybe I deeded my iCloud to somebody. That way all that hidden shit might get found if I ever disappear. So we're just going to keep doing it. We're not doing anything wrong.
Exactly.
Have you done anything illegal recently?
Yeah.
Well, other than going against the permit of my neighborhood to build a plastic to fuel reactor of the HOA.
Hey, man.
Hold on.
Hey, man.
Their rule.
Yeah.
I thought what I did on my private property was my private
Well,
business.
it's not your property.
Hey, we can't say the quiet part out loud.
Yeah. I love that you touch on that a lot. We think we're free in America, but there's so many things that we have to pay for that have a cost that shouldn't have a cost.
What'd you say? The land of the free and the home of the slave?
Right, exactly. No, exactly.
America the profitable?
Right. Yeah, it's big business for sure.
It's a massive corporation.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It really is.
I don't want to get on that, but I'm a businessman and I can confirm it is literally a corporation. The rules they have aren't punitive.
Yeah.
They're not here to punish you, but they got to have it or else the business won't run right.
Yep.
Well, that's honestly how you get them too, is find the loopholes. You know,
Oh.
you find those loopholes
they set them up for themselves.
You start jumping through those loopholes, and then you'll get on their radar real quick.
Jab,
you know,
what's my favorite thing?
Stolen goods.
A slippery loophole. Love a slippery loophole. Sopping wet, squirting loophole.
How was your experience in Costa Rica with this guy?
Just like that.
Just like that, wild and crazy time. Yeah.
Am I a wild man, Jeb?
Yep. I am too, though. I'll meet you there.
Hey.
We'll both go running up the mountain barefoot.
You know why Jab and I hit it off so well?
What?
When we met the first night, he was barefooted, sleeping in his van by choice, and so was I.
There you go.
He was out there contriving some shit that nobody had thought about, and I was living in mine.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and that's the thing, we hit, and it was just kind of like game recognized game, gang. What
Oh
you
yeah,
doing?
for sure, for
Hey,
sure.
man, you want to hang out, be friends? Yeah, man, we hang out, be friends.
Hey, those are the most important friends though, because y'all are in a world of fake shit now with all the popularity and everything. It
People.
makes it hard. Yeah.
Well,
I deal with artists, so I already know. You
It's
know.
the Jab. People, you can't go anywhere without getting spotted, can you?
No.
Me neither. Even in Podunk, Georgia, at the Dollar General, Travis, who works at the GF single plant, came up and recognized me. And it's very strange to me because in my mind, I am not famous. I am Joe.
Or probably
Burkett.
any different at all. Yeah.
But people really have started to take hold of what you're doing and what I'm doing, and they draw inspiration from it and they love it. And the hardest part for me is, you know, stepping up into my shoes and maybe not making so many dick jokes and saying fuck like every other sentence.
Yeah.
You know, trying to be.
A little bit more professional.
You know what I always say though, Jeff?
Hey, he's wearing shoes.
You know why I ain't got to be professional? Or do you know why I don't have to act professional? I am professional.
That's right.
True.
Hey, you don't have to act famous. You know what?
That is.
Hey, and that's kind of the thing. One of my biggest problems with social media is people who get up there and get a platform and then won't talk to people.
Yeah.
Why the fuck are you
Why do
promoting
you- what are
yourself
you
in a
doing?
public
Yeah.
forum if you don't want to talk to people?
Exactly. Exactly.
And that's why I'm so persistent on no matter how big I am, whether it's when I was here the first time, 500,000 followers, 3 million, 30 million, I'm still connecting with people like this.
Exactly.
Still doing Q&As. You still can take a photo with me.
Yeah.
You still can DM me, and we're not going to have an AI bot answer it or an agent.
You're
Still,
answering questions now. You got a segment where you're letting people call up and
Dude, I love
ask
that.
you questions,
I need to
man.
do the same thing.
Yeah.
You should. It's great.
If I did that, would people call in?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think they would.
People are probably calling for you more because you are just so. I mean, I see it when like we have these events every time after Joe talks and like we kind of break out. He always has a group of people around him that are just like, what is this thing?
They do a bunch of
They
interesting stuff,
understand
man.
what I am.
Yeah.
You just are interesting.
Can I ask you a question? So now that I got you sitting here, I wanted to ask you, what do you think caused that sickness that you got from the UFOs
It wasn't a UFO,
or from the
man.
UFO
And
artifacts?
that's the other thing. I wish people would realize that me posting videos of my life on the internet is me exposing my private life freely.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm not using AI. AI don't say fuck this, Cletus.
exactly.
Okay, I am as real as they come.
Yeah.
The realest dude on the internet. That's what I call myself. Why? Oh God, no pretenses.
Like, what did
I
that
broke-
feel like? What was it?
Homie, when I broke that, it was a complete accident. The camera was still rolling. Walking through a dusty garage of artifacts, I knocked a massive slab carved with Anubis on it, and it fell on top of that Mayan timepiece.
Really?
And when I didn't even see it at first because it was under it, and it just broke the spindle, the magnetic spindle that I was so enthralled with. And when it happened, dude, I lost it. They were like, oh, calm down, dude. I lost it, and I went in the corner and sat there shaking and trembling, unable to speak for like 20 or 30 minutes.
Really?
Alex came over and, I mean, I don't remember, man. I was over there. Now the camera was rolling. She put it down. You can hear the audio of me breathing like this.
Whoa.
Arturo came up and talked to me. People came up and talked to me. Alex was able to coax me out and say,
You were
"Joe,"
catatonic or?
bro, I was shaking like this. I was in a ball, and my legs were
Oh my
shaking
God.
like that.
Your body
I
was going into shock,
Dude, I
basically,
don't know
yeah.
how long it was. You gotta ask Alex.
Yeah.
And then I came out after Alex coaxed me. I come out for about 20 minutes to finish recording what we saw, and I didn't say a word to anybody else. We went back, we ate dinner at the resort. I didn't speak a word at dinner. She took a picture of me. Have her send it to you. You've seen me. I'm an energetic guy. Dude, I didn't say a word.
You just
and then,
ghost.
After
Yeah.
that, we went up to the room, and I walked straight in the room and laid down in the bed with my shirt, my hat, my sunglasses. I didn't take a shower. I didn't brush my
You
teeth.
just passed out, or?
And I slept for 13 hours straight.
Yeah.
I normally sleep for 4 or 5. And she stayed up and watched me. She was so concerned. I was going through convulsions. She said it looked like an exorcism for 5 hours.
Yeah, yeah.
Then I got very dark in my mind for 3 days and sick on the second day. And
Wow.
I mean, for 5 or 6 days, and it took me about 10 days to get my energy back up.
Wow.
Now, I've only been sick one time in about 10 years. I had COVID. I had a fever of 103 for about 4 days, and I didn't see a doctor. I damn near almost died. I was sick for twice as long here.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened, but
What-
I think I got zapped by some type of frequency energy.
Like an energy, yeah.
What happens if you open up a bomb? It explodes on you.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened, but I can tell you I had definite, real symptoms of shit that was inexplicable. And then the other thing is when I post as freely as I have about solar or real estate or van life or anything about my life, people think I'm a hoax. Why? Oh, because I told you something that you don't agree with.
Right.
Either
Right.
hey, Jab, either you're a genius or you're not.
Yeah.
Either I'm a genius or I'm not.
Yeah, there's no middle ground.
Okay,
Yeah,
now
exactly.
we're not right all the time,
Yeah.
but if we're authentically telling you what's going on in our life with full color videos, you should fucking believe it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I do, and that's why I was concerned. I was like, this is crazy to see that happen directly after that. It really just kind of shows how all that stuff can affect us.
And I talked to you about it too, remember? Mm-hmm. What did I say? How did I sound in the messages?
Well, yeah, it really affected you for sure. And I remember that even Alex and I, we were so concerned because, yeah, like for example, I've tried to just see if Joe would ever out-talk himself, and he never does.
No.
Right.
So when he wasn't talking, Alex was really worried, and she was going back and forth with me, and then I was sometimes talking to Joe, texting him, just trying to, help him understand that it'll be all right after that situation. And then the sickness was a whole different thing.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't mean to bring up anything negative, but I was just really, like, I never got the story on that,
We'd like to tell in an authentic forum.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Appreciate it again, brother. All right?
Yes, sir.
All right, yeah, we're going.
And I will say that when certain events happen in my life, it starts spinning faster.
Yeah,
You know what I mean, Jab? It's like coincidence starts collapsing on coincidence, and you just start taking notice that the gaps between them are shorter.
yeah.
There's a lot more white rabbits in the yard than
Yeah,
before.
yeah. No, I got you. I'm a guy like you. I sleep probably 4 hours a night.
Mm-hmm.
I have insomnia. It's in my family, all that kind of stuff. And that's probably what concerns you the most was the 13 hours of sleep. I'm sure you were like, geez, what the heck was that?
One other thing I want to say is that the only reason I went down there is because I'm looking for frequency energy.
Okay.
If I can figure out how to take energy out of a rock, how long can I run Jab's machine?
Right. Yeah.
Boy, a lot easier. No offense, Big Battery. I love your products, but if I can figure out how to take it out of the dirt, I will do so.
Yeah, or out of the air. Exactly.
Or whatever it is, if there is
Yeah.
advanced tech out there that far supersedes what we have, I want to know about it. I don't care how hard it is, how long it'd take me. If that's the only thing I do before I leave this rock, if I
Right.
can figure out how to return energy to humanity for free as God intended it,
Yeah.
I will do so.
Yeah.
And if we can do it in a public forum that shows everybody we're taking Earth out, or if I can do it in a public forum that shows everybody we're taking energy out of the earth, if I can show everybody in a public forum that we're taking energy out of the earth
Yeah.
and converting the trash that we made
Yeah.
and fucked up this planet in order to bring it back to homeostasis, that's what I'll do. I need nothing else in life. I think
Yep.
I could die happy, like
Hey,
I did something.
right or wrong, for sure. For damn sure.
And Javin, you think it's possible. You looked at those things too. They're kind of nuts, aren't they?
Dude, I'm tripping out watching you going like, this is stuff I've been fascinated in the Anunnaki. When I had my first psychedelic experience, we'll just say it like that. That's exactly what happened to me. I was in the clouds. I saw the Anunnaki symbols in the sky. They were burning hot red. and I was just there. There was no like flying up there. It was just like, it was transformed. I was like here with y'all, and then all of a sudden I was up there, and it was like a download. And so I feel like whatever that is, whatever this ancient energy is, that it's so esoteric or so it's so all-knowing that you could just get a download. Like they may just pick you and you just get a download. You know, I feel like certain people are getting downloads from whatever that is.
It's
And
the exact phrase I use.
yeah,
I get downloads.
yeah, that's how it's how it feels. It's exactly how it feels. I was not the same. You know, afterwards I was never the same.
And I want to point out that Julian and myself and Parker all work in energy.
Right.
Energy is the universe.
That's right. That's right.
And you know, I learned that tonight. I did not know that we are actually upcycling energy with your machine. I didn't know that. And imagine on a smaller machine, the efficiency ratio too.
Right.
We're gonna find out.
Yep.
Mark 5.
And did you tell anybody about the modular side of it? To where if you did it with the mobile, you could clip them together and make it bigger so you can scale it?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
I didn't
crazy.
mention that here, but yeah, that's the idea with the
should
machines
tell
are
them that.
modular. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Have a smaller one, make it bigger, you know. I want to make a certain machine for every application in which plastic needs to be processed and handled.
Yeah.
And dude, tell them what you're gonna do if you get that. No, tell them what you're gonna do when you get that bus and that trailer built.
So after the bus and trailers built, I'm gonna, of course, come back out here to Texas, do a tour, eventually do a cross country off a tour, show everybody. But then ultimately, we wanna put the same technology onto a boat.
Okay.
We can just basically go right out there.
Let's
It's
put it
already
on a
proven.
boat that's made out of recycled plastic in Lamu, Kenya.
Well, I don't know about getting on a recycled
It might
plastic.
melt.
It
Yeah,
might not-
like I said,
it might
it's
not.
already enough to have a freaking reactor on a boat.
Hold on, let's just. How many different sciences does your machine encompass?
Okay, so I'm gonna miss a few, but we have electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, industrial engineering, radio engineering, chemical engineering, solar engineering.
Hold on. We also you have hold on. You have vacuum on there. What is that?
Or that's technically mechanical engineering. So that alone is 6
So he's
forms
touching
of
enough
engineering.
bases already.
I think he
yeah.
has every form of engineering.
Yeah, he's hitting every
existence
base.
in this, and we have lithium batteries, high voltage DC energy.
Right.
We have solar panels. We have gasoline, diesel fuel, natural gas
It's everything.
Jet fuel. Yeah.
in a boat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, if you have an oops in a boat in the middle of the ocean,
Yeah. That's a big
and it's
oops.
made of plastic.
but you know what the irony is?
But the whole thing's gonna be, we all gonna be fuel, motherfucker.
If
We're
our
going to
boat
turn it
blew
right
up,
back to its original
or
form.
if, you know, if the
Yeah.
if Trump blew it up like he did all those other boats or something happened, you know what we do? They'd be like, oh, thank God we're on this giant island the size of Texas made out of plastic.
Plastic, yeah. We won't sink, don't worry. Yeah.
Hey, bro.
Golly.
Fall into a shit bucket, come out smell like a rose.
Dude. Well, thank you guys so much for making the time. I really appreciate it. And
Yeah.
I'll continue to be, you know, an advocate for what you both do. I think you guys are really unique, and y'all are going to change the world. Y'all are already changing the world. So,
Trying to take it back to what it was changed
yeah,
from.
exactly, man, exactly.
We're not even trying to.
Is that such a
Just
crazy
trying to
idea?
reserve-
Like, come on, man. Yeah.
Can I tell you the difference between the red man and the white man?
Sure.
The natives say, red man hunt, sleep, swim, fuck all day. White man invent job. That's it, bro. Like,
That's
think
it,
about
yeah.
it. We have changed this world to something it shouldn't be.
Right, yeah.
And I just want to. That's why I'm in Costa. That's why
Yeah.
I wanted Julian to come to Costa.
It's your way to give
'Cause
back,
once
yeah.
you get a taste of reality, it's addictive.
Oh yeah,
bro.
oh yeah. My dad
It's
went. My
addictive.
dad told me when he came back, he was like, "Dude, you'd never come back." So I definitely
Well,
can see it.
I wasn't going to either, but Jab was doing some shit here, and I wouldn't miss it for the world. Hey, this is like my best friend now.
No, it's really awesome to see you here, man. That's really cool.
Because weird people like us don't connect well with other people. Our
I know.
voltage is too high.
Yeah,
And hey, what happens when 240 connects with three-phase? It sparks, but that three-phase knocks the dirt out that damn 240. There's an explosion. There's a spark.
It makes
And
it better.
The only way it can be safe is when they are safely disconnected. If they're too close, it'll still spark. You got to have a clean break.
yeah.
But man, once voltages of the same ampacity,
That's it right
hit,
there. Message.
Bing!
Yeah,
Bro, it connects and it doubles.
that's
The
right.
wires in parallel.
Yep.
It just amplifies and amplifies. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate y'all coming on the show.
Yes, sir.
Just before I call my
Thank you for
therapist,
having us.
Joe
Yep.
Felz and Julian Brown,
Before
y'all.
I call my therapist,
Check 'em out.
Houston,
I'm never
Yeah.
calling my therapist. Weed life.
Yeah.
smoke weed before you call your therapist.
All right, y'all.
This episode of Before I Call My Therapist was brought to you in part by Jab Aroma, Stinky Pits, Jab It with Aroma, Faded Decade, The Underground Standard, We're Number One, and viewers like you. Thank you.